Okay, today is Sunday, and I am about to go hang out with my friend. I'm in Manhattan Beach today. It is so stunning. I'm gonna show you a little video. I'm gonna like turn the camera and just show you what I'm looking at right now because it's absolutely stunning. And yeah, I just feel so good. This week has been wild. Like recording a video every day this week. I know that like my intention wasn't even to talk about the fact that I'm doing that. Um, has changed my energy around actually showing up. Not, and it's not even just showing up for y'all, it's showing up for me. And like the way that showing up for me has adjusted me. Um there is an ease and a flow and an understanding to who I am. Let me turn this down a little bit because it's very bright. Oh, maybe this will help. I can help a little bit, maybe. So yeah, I just want to say this day is so beautiful. I'm so grateful to be able to see the beach regularly. And is that a surfer? Okay, that is a surfer. I was like, is that a seal? Um, so yeah, I'm grateful to be here. I think this week has taught me that I spent a lot of time looping and thinking about a lot of things, but the reality is that life is beautiful, it's special, it's amazing. And the more time I spend sitting in gratitude, the happier I am. And the less time I spend thinking about are things gonna work out, they do. They just do. Life is so like it's influenced by everyone you're around. It's influenced by the people you're around. It's influenced by the music you listen to. It's influenced by the books you read. It's influenced by the people you spend time with. It's influenced by your family. It's influenced by your environment. It's influenced by every single part of you. And I think that like when we discount the importance of these like daily decisions that we make at our homes, in our environments, with our friends, and we say like none of that matters, I think we're doing a complete disservice to ourselves. And um, it has been such a privilege to slow down. Um, and now I have this feeling of like I've slowed down and now I want to like speed up. And so I get this really cool opportunity to, and the speed is really interesting because it's steady this time. It's an increase maybe in how I've been moving over the past year because it feels more organized and more honest and more energetically connected. But I feel through this week and through this past month, I have rediscovered my purpose. Um, Beauty is my purpose. And I discovered it when I was 16 years old. I felt enamored by it. I felt like I loved it. I felt like I was going to make it work no matter what. And I wanted to be this makeup artist and I wanted to be this person who was, out here doing something that I felt was impactful and amazing. And then I got to a point where I was like, well, I already know how to do this. Like, what's next? And God brought me back. God was like, hey, listen, actually, this is something beautiful and special. And I want to tell you a story. So I was reading a book um, over the holiday by Martin Scorsese. I was reading a book over the holiday by Martin Scorsese and Antonio Spadero. And this book is Martin Scorsese getting interviewed by a priest named Antonio Spadero. And he's asking him about his life. He's asking him about how he became this incredible director and how Martin became who he is. And in the book, you discover that Martin actually has a very strong Catholic faith. He has been Catholic since he was very young, and he had a father that lived in his neighborhood that really inspired him. And at one point, he actually wanted to be a priest. And this book goes on to talk about Martin's life. I highly recommend it. It's called Conversations in Faith or Conversations of Faith. And I highly recommend checking it out because in the book, Martin talks about his life as a creative, his life as a director, and specifically all of the films that he's worked on. And while a lot of people know him for a lot of his films that are more violent, he talks about also since he was a young boy, he always had this understanding of good versus evil and how we all have both of them within us. We have good and bad. He doesn't even say evil, good and bad we have within us. We have this full ability as human beings to be either one at any time. And within that, he also says, it's a beautiful thing to showcase that in every film that I have. And the understanding of the humanness of us all is what he feels called to share and to show us in every single aspect. And in addition to that, he also worked on 2 films that were specifically related to Christianity. One was called Silence. It was based in Japan. I'll let you read the book to figure out more about that. He had that script for 30 years before he actually made the film. And he sat with it. He didn't know what to do with it. He wanted to do it justice. And the other one was, I believe it's called The Last Temptation of Christ. These 2 films are what they ended up talking about the most in this specific book. And you walk away understanding that Martin Scorsese, while he did not become a father, he actually thought he was going to become a priest. And while he did not actually become a priest, because it wasn't the right fit for him, he went to school, seminary school, for 2 months, and he was like, I was class clown, I wasn't like being serious. Like, I realized, it's not, it wasn't for him. He ended up actually impacting more people and than you can imagine with his understanding of faith, because it was always woven into every piece of art that he had done. And so I took away from that book when I finished it, I realized that every person that feels called to spirituality, or feels called to more of a stronger relationship with God, or feels called to this reason to develop their faith, doesn't necessarily have to develop their faith in a way where they become a person of the cloth. Sometimes you can actually help people understand your faith, the relationship to God, humanity, through art. And so I walk away from that book, Conversations on Faith, it's Conversations on Faith, feeling so inspired to continue to share my love of beauty, my love of creating, my love of sharing with people how they can find beauty in different parts and different aspects of their lives, because that in itself is a ministry. And I didn't view it as one until I read that book. And I feel like I'd been getting nudges from different people in my life that it was important and it was something that I was really good at. But I walk away from that book feeling super encouraged, and I feel rededicated to beauty. Not just makeup, beauty, inner and outer beauty. I feel connected to that. And so you're going to see me share so much more about that. I think this week was about noticing, but I think as we move into next week, I'm going to really be sharing more about beauty, the inner and outer beauty that we are blessed with and that we have. And I love you. I hope you had a beautiful week with me, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.